Hey everyone, I have some exciting news that you can read on the screen, and I'm just happy to say that I am self publishing an upcoming children's picture book that is everything and anything that I need right now, and I think many of us can relate to. So, the reason I wrote this book is as an artist, a lot of the things that I always talk about is how can the arts be a combination, address a lot of the things that are happening in the world. And I'm very interested in how the arts can be used as an activist tool. So I wondered, how can I further expand my practice as an artist, as a writer, as an illustrator? And this book I'm happy to present to you all, and it's called Clarita Migrates North. In this book that you see here, you are seeing the front page, and I'm excited because I've shared this book, these news, with a very few close group of people, from family members to colleagues to people that I've been talking to the past few weeks. These past few weeks have been a whirlwind of many things happening at once, from projects and other gigs that I've participated in and other consulting things. But I wanted to also make time to announce something that is very special that I have been working on since January of 2025. And this is this book, Clarita Migrates North. It's a book about a young girl who you see walking with her parents, her mama and her papa. And she is on her way to a new country, and it talks about her migration story. It starts in Mexico and talks about her journey from that country to this North country that I'm opening or letting the reader interpret where this North can be for them. And I really wanted to write a book because a lot of our families and many of our families in the United States right now are being attacked. They're questioned with how they look, with how they speak, the language that we all talk about and that we have, which is Spanish, and are being attacked. And I'm very worried about how these kinds of messages will continue to impact children and people who work with children. As a former educator who worked in the public school system, I worked very closely with students ages 5 to 9. I wanted to create a book that brings us closer, brings us together during these very difficult times. So this is really an offering that I have as a writer, as an illustrator, to combat a lot of the things that are happening right now. It's a very personal book. I began writing it in January of 2025, and I'm excited to bring this 12-page, or rather 12-spread picture book that honors our culture, our heritage, and our migrant families as a way to push back, as a way to all the things that are happening. I think that while we are living through these uncertain times, we have to remember, even within my family, I wrote this book to keep us close, to keep us thinking about what things we can do in our capacity to withstand and to do a lot of the things that we can as people who moved from another country to the US. And someone who moved from Mexico at a very young age, I really wanted to create a story that represented my story moving from that country to here. I also wanted to write this book because I've seen a lot of writers and I've met many artists who work in the children's picture book industry over the years. I always wondered how my life and my work could include this picture book project, and I'm finally excited to say that it happened. I've been to many book fairs, I've been to many artist talks, and I always wondered, how can I also add the gifts that I have in illustrating, drawing, and creating a picture book for us to illustrate a meaningful story. So I'm excited that this book is all about creating hope. It's about creating spaces for all of us to center ourselves and to share resources. I've received a lot of questions from allies who are worried about the migrant attacks here in this country. And I think that this is a book that can be a window or a door to further promoting information, sharing things about resources that people may have in their communities, and just healing spaces in general. I think that the arts are a beautiful place for us to learn from one another, share resources as well. So, right now, we know it's nothing new that our families, many people, many migrants are facing fear, are facing just uncertainty and difficult choices about what's happening. I wanted to write a book to further expand on why we're here, why we migrate. And I've been happy to do a lot of things like that throughout the book that illustrate many of my experiences working with people, of course, my lived experience as well. And I think this is a book that we all can learn from. I've shared with my nephew, with my sister. So I can't tell you how happy it brings me to share this book with them and now with the world. So I'm very happy that we have a lot of things happening right now in the fall. And I was thinking now with Hispanic Heritage Month coming up, we'll have many things to go to, many projects that will be filling the fall air. And I think that's crucial for me to offer this book in this very important month. I think that we all can benefit from, can share empathy, and also show our strength as readers, as writers. We all can grow from one another and keep hope that everything will be okay. So I'll be sharing a lot of new information about this book in the upcoming weeks to months. So if you're an artist or illustrator or even a writer who always wondered how to write their book, you will definitely have some of that information. As someone who enjoys learning from other people's ways of doing or the processes, I wanted to document my story as I share and created this book. So I'm not going to lie, there were some difficult moments, there were some hard moments, but also happy moments of learning how to write a book from scratch. I did a lot of research. I attended a few workshops throughout my life, and one very important workshop that I did in January that really unlocked this. So I'm just so happy that I'm able to present this to you all. It's been months and months of revision after revision, from the writing to the illustration. It's been a hard but very gratifying process because I've never written a children's picture book. I'm more of a consultant that has used writing in other formats of writing. So learning how to morph or change the writing style to a children's picture book was definitely a challenge, but I really learned a lot along the way. Also pairing the visuals with what I have here in this book. So I'm excited. Stay tuned for upcoming events, upcoming things, and other resources that I'll be sharing as an artist. And also, I want to thank everyone who has been part of this process. It's been a long road from independent learning, from talking to other artists that I've met and talked to in the past who have shared their journeys as publishing authors, as published illustrators. I want to thank you all for pouring into me as well, and this is really another of my offerings to the world. So Clarita Migrates North, that you can see here, will be available very soon, and I'm excited to announce it officially to the world. So again, my name is Antonio Alanis, and I look forward to spending time and see where this book takes us, all of us. Thank you all.